Hard to believe, but after tonight, we will have made the halfway points of the regular season here in 2024. Welcome to Abshire Stadium, everybody. Mason Pratt here alongside Shane Creel, just about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Deer Park, 3-1 on this season, but most importantly, 1-0 in District 24 6A after picking up a hard-fought win last week over Clear Falls. A lot of turnovers, a lot of things that didn't go their way, but Deer Park still able to grind out a win.
Yeah, you were talking about last week being scrappy and figuring out a way to get it done. What I would really like to see this week is consistency, discipline, cool under pressure, run the ball.
And Deer Park, all 3 wins coming in games decided by 3 points or less. So in those wins, they have had to hold on till the last possible moment, but they, ladies and gentlemen, play host to Clear Creek tonight, a familiar opponent
of our national anthem by the Deer Park High School.
Just about ready for kickoff here.
Of colors by the Deer Park High School JROTC color guard. Left guard, Cadet Sergeant Xander McKnight. The Texas flag, Cadet First Lieutenant Abigail Bach. U.S. flag, Cadet First Aide Gainey. Right guard, First Sergeant Lauren Wilson. And now our national anthem.
Tiffy night here at Abshire Stadium. That's become a yearly tradition. Deer Park Tigers and the Seminoles getting to run out with the varsity squad. But Deer Park, like we said, 3-1 on the season, 1-0 after a win last week over Clear Falls. And I'm sure Coach Flynn would be the first to tell you, I don't know if Deer Park has put together 4 solid quarters yet, and I'm sure that will be a huge emphasis tonight when they play host to Creek.
Certainly not. I mean, looking at special teams, turnovers, all those things that really bog you down and cause you to be frustrated as a coach and a player, just eliminating the turnovers by itself is going to really cause you to take off and take some big steps. Again, I would really like to see them running the ball a little bit more consistency. You're getting a lot of production out of the quarterback in the run game, but who's going to step up in the running back position to take some of that load off of them?
Yeah, Deer Park trailed last week, good strong second half, and Kieselhorst with the running game kind of put the team on his back offensively in that second half that really kind of sparked things, and they were able to get going. But like you had mentioned, turnovers was a huge thing. 4 turnovers last week. You had said last week, you turn the ball over 4 times, you're usually not winning. They were able to kind of get by all of the negative and pick up that win. But, you know, playing clean football is going to be very, very important here tonight against the Wildcats?
Huge, because, you know, we get down towards the end of the schedule, and we're not looking past anybody necessarily if I'm a coach or anything. But when you get towards the end of the schedule and you know you got some really, really competitive teams coming up, not getting away with that kind of, you know, loose hands on the ball. And hopefully a close look at the film, seeing the things that you do successful, expanding on that, and eliminating the things that just absolutely aren't working, or working really hard at it, right?
That's right. Clear Creek and Deer Park. This is the 18th meeting between these two schools since 2004, so a very familiar opponent. First time that they've been district opponents. But over that stretch, Deer Park has gone 10-7 versus Creek, including winning 6 of the last 8. Picked up a win over the Wildcats last year in convincing fashion.
The big thing you're always telling your guys and always telling your players, I believe, is you're not looking past anyone. Even last year's success and the way that went, you can't let it cloud your judgment and allow you to play undisciplined football.
And number 67, Cooper Eilis.
I'd like to really see them come out of the gate, start fast, finish strong. It's the same mantra we used for our 400-meter runners on track. Start fast,
the worst
finish
race
strong.
of all time.
Hey, that was the man's race. Gut check
Clear
time.
Creek has won the toss and deferred their option to the second half. Deer Park will receive.
So the Deer Park offense is going to be able to start things off here. Like I said, it was the running game, but mostly coming from the legs of Kieselhorst from that quarterback position. Last week, he had over 200 yards on the ground, including a long 80-yard run and touchdown. And it's nice that he's able to do that, but you don't want your leading rusher to be your quarterback most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time that's not the best sign, just because you know he's getting tackled a lot in that case. A lot of the good stuff they do with that motion, and then they show the kind of an end-around jet sweep look, and then he pulls it and goes downhill in some sort of gap scheme running play. It's really good stuff, but you can accomplish that exact same play by faking the jet sweep, and then you just hand it off to a back standing next to you, let him do some of the heavy lifting, you know.
Saw Trey Martinez back there, back deep, getting ready to receive the kickoff. He along with Andre Jackson. Jackson looking to shake off a rough game last week on the kickoff return. 2 fumbles lost. But he, along with Martinez, back deep. Most teams have been avoiding the speed of Trey Martinez.
I tell you what, Andre Jackson's got just as much maneuverability and can be just as dangerous, but
Martinez fields it on a hop. A little bit of miscommunication between he and Jackson, but Martinez takes it up ahead and getting tackled shy of the 20. Brought down there by number 30, Deshaun Smith.
you got to think some of those special teams woes of every week. You don't want to start off with a bobble here, bringing it in kind of deep off a drop or anything like that, but making the most out of that situation was Trey Martinez.
So Deer Park in the offense going to start their opening drive of the night at their own 18. Wyatt Lay, the running back, stays in the block for Kieselhorst. Quick little hitch route, pass complete. Crossed by Schroeder up ahead, about the 24, so a pickup of 6 on first down. And that's an important thing, too, for this offense for Deer Park. It's not something they were able to do consistently last week, was staying on schedule, staying ahead of the chains. But this is a good start there on first down.
Yeah, I'm always going to be harping on running the ball, but the short game, quick passing is something that getting Kieselhorst comfortable early, I think, is going to be very important. Try and counter there, nothing.
on the ground for the first time. Lay on the carry, brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Deer Park looking to convert on third down. The Deer 21 of 53 this season on third down, just 39% conversion rate. Looking at a third down and a long 4 to go. Kieselhorst buys time, skies one far side of the field intended for Setall, but too high for him. And it goes incomplete. Deer Park goes 3 and out.
A little bit of Kieselhorst right there, just kind of, I'm going to say lackadaisical, just kind of moving around, not setting his feet, and then he airs it out a little bit. Now, he's covered pretty well, so might have been the best case scenario when you're going to run a slant like that, but still, get your feet set. You might be able to put it inside for him.
Javian Taylor back deep for Clear Creek, and a booming punt from Hurtado forces Taylor to call for the fair catch. He doesn't get under it, and Deer Park going to get a little extra yardage out of it as it rolls inside the 30.
Touchdown by number 11, Braylon Ashton Jackson. First down.
So Clear Creek going to send their offense out, and it has been tough sledding for the Wildcat offense, averaging just 11 points per game.
Well, I tell you what, it's been tough sledding for Deer Park as well, starting off games. So who's going to answer the call first?
Mentioned the Wildcats 1-3 on this season. 0-1 in district. Lost to Dickinson last week. They go on the ground on their first offensive call. And Christian Hunter, the running back, not a whole lot there as he's met right at the line of scrimmage.
Just a little zone play, kind of belly to the back there. When you put 3 backs in the backfield, you're probably drawing in a lot of defenders as well, and potentially, if you're not the most physical, it's going to be really tough to run the ball.
Hand it off this time along the left side. The big Deshaun Parks, the sophomore, gets a little bit out to the 30.
Tackle made by Adam White from Deer Park.
White in on the stop defensively for Deer Park, and now the Wildcats looking for their first third down of the night. 3rd down and 7. That was something that I felt Deer Park defensively did very well in the second half last week, was kind of containing that run. Wildcats looking to throw. Little curl route, near side, comes to the sideline, incomplete. Taylor, the intended target, he's unable to haul it in, and the Wildcats also go 3 and out on their opening drive.
Well, I tell you what, Deer Park was very lucky right there, because that was a spot-on throw, and it looked like it was going to be just a really athletic catch, but he drops it. So some life out of their passing game that can give you some concerns. Want to make sure you get a lot of pressure on them.
Martinez waiting on the punt, and he will get a chance as he fields it at his own 32. On the run out past the 40, and he will scamper into the Clear Creek sideline. Going to be marked down, looks like about the 42. So just over 2.5 minutes gone by, each team with a possession and each team with a 3 and out.
Deer Park will operate first down and 10 from their own 42-yard line.
Good starting field position here on Deer Park's second drive of the night. Gamez in the backfield had a couple of touchdown runs last week, and he was vital on that final drive that helped put the victory away against Clear Falls. Kieselhorst, his first carry of the night. He is gang tackled right at the line of scrimmage. A lot of white jerseys bottle him up.
Can't tell if he got tripped up there at the end, or maybe working on his acting class, or it's kind of strange looking at the end. They just line up, just run a straight zone play, which if you've been listening or paying attention, was not their most successful running plays.
Motion Gimenez out of the backfield here. Looks left, comes back right. Kieselhorst going to take off with it. Doesn't slide down, but takes it into Creek territory. Unfortunately, a flag thrown back behind the play, back at the 35. This one likely coming back.
Holding. Offense number 71. 10 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
Thought for sure that was going to be called on 74. He definitely knew something was up. He wasn't walking towards where the ball was down. He was like, we're coming back this way.
That one called. Second down and 20. Ball back to the 32. 3 wideouts near side of the field. Blay back in at running back. Looks left. Trying to set up the screen. Pass is complete. Breaks through 1 tackle, but bottled up quickly. Good pursuit by the Wildcat defense to bring down Schroeder. Deer Park going backwards here.
You know, they really like that tunnel screen, especially out of that formation. You think maybe Clear Creek here has gotten a beat on a couple of things. Not much motion going on, though. Here we go.
Martinez motions. Fake the give to him. Kieselhorst up the middle.
Kieselhorst on the quarterback keeper.
Not going to get much in
Tackle number 95.
Deer Park. Yet to pick up a first down. Punting unit going to come out. Unable to take advantage of that good starting field position.
Well, not only not pick up a first down, they went backwards. And, you know, a lot of that's due to the penalty, but we need to eliminate the negative plays, low discipline.
Hurtado, another booming kick. Taylor, again, unable to get underneath it on the fair catch. And Deer Park going to steal some more yardage out of it as it rolls inside the 20, down to the 19. Hurtado with his 6th punt of the season, down to inside the 20.
So the third, well, I guess that was third down, the run with Kieselhorst there. That is one of their bread and butter plays where they use Trey Martinez coming across fast, snap the ball right when he's right there by the quarterback, fake to him, the quarterback's downhill. That's one of those plays that you can accomplish the exact same thing as far as moving the defense, but then you can hand it off to maybe one of your workhorse type guys and really let him pound the rock a little bit more.
Yeah, only 4 carries on the season for Martinez. Handoff met at the line and blowing that play up as Parks goes nowhere. Good job by Brody Bailey.
Brayden Guerra,
Parks,
yeah.
right there at the line.
Oh, that was one guy off. You're right. Bailey, he was not fooled at all.
He, along with Colquitt, anchoring that interior part of the defensive line. Second down and 10. Carlos Cantu, quarterback, going to go under center for Clear Creek. Fake the give. Rolls out, buying time. Slings it over the middle into traffic, but finds his receiver. Shy of the first down. They might actually give it to him at the 29. Pass complete to Taylor.
There's a lot of confusion going on right there. It looked like, to me, the fullback in a 3-point stance was.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 93.
Cannot do that.
15 yards added to the end of the run. First down.
It's absolutely unacceptable. Goodness. You want your guys to play with passion and play with heart, but sometimes you got to be able to infuse some ice in the veins. You don't get too riled up. You don't keep going after the whistle once the ball's gone.
Cantu and the Wildcats 1st and 10 from their own 44. Nothing doing again. Wildcats going to go backwards here on the toss play. There are about 5 maroon jerseys in the backfield on that play.
Michael Benavidez makes the tackle.
Hunter goes nowhere. Benavidez along with Okinola.
Yeah, it was a great job by him stringing it out, and then outside linebacker there coming up and helping on the play.
Hunter dropped for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 42. Hit the halfway point of the first quarter here. Still scoreless. Cantu back under center. Going to roll left side. Receiver slipped downfield, so he's going to have to take it himself. He's brought down hard in front of that Clear Creek bench. And we saw that a little bit during warm-ups. A lot of Deer Park wide receivers slipping and falling on that side of the field, and that's what happened at about the Deer Park 35 as intended target slipped.
Well, I don't know, maybe it's the tape. They all like to do that spat tape or whatever you call it, where you go around the cleats and everything. I never liked it. I always felt like you're losing some traction. So maybe that's part of it.
Cantu picks up just 2 yards on the keeper. 3rd down and 10. And Cantu going to go to the shotgun for the first time. And Coach Dwayne Lane.
Timeout, Clear Creek.
Going to take
Their
his first timeout. Well, 5:05 to go, first quarter. Defense has played well outside of the personal foul penalty a few moments ago. Offense
continues the first half struggles.
Yeah.
And I always really liked the KISS mentality, keep it simple, stupid. But sometimes, if you keep it too simple, they got good players too. They got guys that watch film. So, some of your stuff that you really like to do with the motion and the misdirection that's gotten you kind of those big plays, start off with it.
Yeah, Deer Park 2 3 and outs already to start this one. 6 plays for just 6 yards of offense. 3rd down and 10 for Creek after the timeout. But Deer Park, they've done well against the run so far in this first quarter. 5 rushes for just 3 yards for Creek. 3rd down and 10. Cantu just going to dump it off to Banks out of the backfield. Takes a big shot at the 40. Actually, Christian Hunter on the reception there, but Deer Park defense was waiting on that one. Another 3-yard loss sends the Wildcats backwards.
Yeah, he was kind of just sitting on it in a zone look there. He had the flats. He could see the back coming out of the backfield immediately. So, as a receiver, you're like, man, don't throw me the ball when this corner is sitting on it and get me popped really hard. But
Chavez coming down, great open field tackle, a good open field hit. Cornerbacks, they can tackle. Martinez back at his own 20. Line drive kick. Takes a hop at the 30. Martinez has to jump up for it. Still fighting for it and just going to dive on it back inside the 15. Took a high hop on him.
Fumble on the punt, recovered by Deer Park.
You just hold your breath when that ball's bouncing around on special teams. You're like, is it the special teams just as maybe a group is got a little bit of a curse on them right now, and it's that's just the bounce, right? It's just the bounce. You got to do what you can do with it, but
Deer Park still looking for their first offensive first down. Start this drive at their own 14-yard line. Paradise motions over to the left side of the formation. Hand it off on first down. Lay looking to turn the corner. And King tackled out shy of the 20.
Good blocking on that play. Paradise out front, leading up on the outside linebacker. Did a good job. He's right there, kind of had his hands on the outside, but he did a good job at the last second, kind of letting go. So 6-yard play to start it off.
Yanez checks back in, set all motions into the backfield almost. Little play action, slings it downfield, underthrew it. As he was looking for Panuco downfield.
Yeah. Strange. It seemed like, Setall goes in motion, then he slips out into the flat, so he's pulling the flat defender out. It almost felt like, I was going to see the second half Kieselhorst there just take off running.
3rd down and 6. Dump it off to Lay out of the backfield. Nothing doing. Clear Creek is there to drop Lay for a loss. And Deer Park still without a first down.
Leo Diaz makes a stop for the Wildcats. Brings up down at 8.
Almost looked like he was going to Lay by design, right? Almost no read at all.
Yeah. I really don't quite know what to say about some of the offensive stuff I'm seeing, you know, at the beginning of these games. It's almost like let's gradually build it up. And I do know that that is, to some degree, something that a lot of guys like to do, is gradually build up their play calling based on what they've called before, you know. But I don't think that's the case. It just seems like trying to keep it almost bare minimum, you know, and see what we can pop on. But you're getting kind of behind the chains significantly. And
Hurtado's punt, another high kick that Taylor can't get underneath, and it was out of bounds. But Clear Creek starting to win the battle of field position a little bit here. They're going to start this drive on Deer Park's end of the 50. Cantu back in the shotgun. Hunter to his left. Parks to his right, looking to throw quickly. Pass incomplete. Chavez had it read all the way.
Yeah, he's sitting out there again. He sees it with the receiver screen just kind of backpedaling towards him. He got there right as the ball got there. Maybe a hair before you think maybe jump in front of one of those. You're going pick 6 next time.
Looking to get the ball to Taylor, but Chavez able to break that one up. 2nd down and 10. Cantu takes the snap, handed off to Parks left side. He's met right at the line of scrimmage. This Deer Park front 7 having a hot start to this one. Colquitt meets Parks right at the line.
Number 99,
Senior captain along the defensive line, making the stop there for Deer Park. 3rd down and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Commitment to the run by Clear Creek is something I really admire, and something that eventually you think that you're going to end up breaking one of those, you know. Don't give up on it. It's the same thing I feel watching all my favorite teams.
Cantu looks left, comes back right on the little screen. Pass complete, and Clear Creek with a good offensive play on the pass complete. Ladarius Wade on the screen, picks up a 1st down, and able to convert on 3rd and long.
Yeah, it looked like Contreras might have had a beat on it to make a play, and I know he might have had someone kind of hugging his back a little bit there. But he was the guy to beat on that little tunnel screen.
Wade takes it down to the Deer Park 28. New set of downs, new life for Cantu in the offense. Back on the ground, Hunter. Speedster up the middle, able to fall forward down to about the 20.
Hunter on the carry.
Tell you what, that's one way to do it on the zone plays with the, you got a lead blocker kind of going up. You're following the wave of blockers, and kind of hits backside on that zone play, and you get almost the 2nd level right there pretty easily for Clear Creek.
2nd and short for the Wildcats. 2nd and 3. They motion in a man, but hand it off to Hunter along the left side. Picks up the 1st down.
So the backside outside linebacker's got to be cluing in to kind of where he's trying to hit this right now for sure. It was a good job by Adam White making the stop, but he's trying to bend it to the backside of zone is what he's trying to do right now. Just got to play discipline.
Under a minute to go, 1st quarter. Scoreless to start things off here. Creek trying to change that. They have it inside the Deer Park red zone at the 18. Hand it off. Keeper by Cantu, rather, up the middle for a short pickup.
QB counter. So some of the things defensively you can kind of start keying on. Most of their running plays have all been, other than a toss, mostly been zone, kind of more of a downhill running scheme. Right there, they send both backs straight across like they're running wide zone or outside zone. But what they're actually doing is they're pulling a couple guys and doing the Kiesel horse, letting him go run counter.
Well, a quick moving 1st quarter. Deer Park offense struggles, unable to pick up a 1st down in the 1st frame. The Deer Park defense, when they're back up against the wall, that is how we will open up the 2nd quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Clear Creek at the Deer Park 16. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network.
281-639-0869. That's text Union to 281-639-0869 to purchase tickets.
And back here at Abshire Stadium, getting ready to start this second quarter. Mason Pratt here alongside Shane Creel. Wildcats with it inside the Deer Park red zone. Second down and 8 from the 16. A little bit of a Wildcat look as Parks with the keeper up the middle breaks through one tackle and get up to about the second level. Might be enough for the first down. And they are going to give it to him, so it'll be first and goal. Sean Parks, just a sophomore. Good, powerful run there. Picks up the first down.
From the Deer Park 8-yard line.
Creek going with this kind of 1-2 punch in the rushing attack.
You think he's going to run it again, or
back to the Wildcat? Yeah, Parks waiting on the snap and loaded up on the right
to come
side.
Up, dude.
Handed on, or keeper by Parks rather. Man at the line does a good job just to pick up a yard.
They got everybody and their mother in the backfield, basically. So you gotta load. Safety's got to come get up into the run game, into the box faster, or you're going to be outnumbered. It's always a numbers game. If they have, an equivalent number of blockers or more to your defenders in the box, they're going to be at the second level, theoretically. And again,
sticking with the Wildcat, third straight play. Parks waiting on the snap, and another keeper. This time, met at the line, stutter steps, gets a good push, and keeps the pile moving down near the goal line. And what a run! The sophomore Jashawn Parks from 7 yards out could be brought down at the line. Instead, he powers his way into the end zone.
The quarterback keeper up the middle for the touchdown.
I'm going to be challenging my defense on the sideline. And I mean, what's the nicest word I could use? I mean, really, really challenging them to step up and start bringing the hat. A lot more violence on the front. Linebackers, safeties need to come flying up.
Extra point on the way up and good from Creek. As Trey Hope knocks it through. And they were doing so well against the run for the bulk of that first quarter, but Creek was able just to turn it on. They got some success with the Wildcats, stuck with it, but there you see Parks initially bottled up and just kept those feet moving.
Another thing, like right there, you see, I couldn't tell who it was, but one of the D linemen is turning his shoulders and way up the field. It's an easy one-on-one block at that point. You're putting multiple guys in the backfield to help come in and block. So it's one of those things, you got to play your position. You don't need to do too much, but if they start loading the backfield, you load the box with defenders too. You're still reading your keys. If you're back or whoever you're responsible for is coming out of the backfield, you're still reading your keys, but at least you're up there way closer to where if he turns or if he tucks that ball and takes off running, you're flying up into your gap and making contact. And anytime a running quarterback comes in, or any quarterback wants to tuck the ball and just start running, you better be seeing red if you're a defender. You're thinking, I am going to light this dude up so hard that he starts really second guessing.
Doesn't want to run it again.
Yeah.
Creek strikes first, 10:39 to go in the half. Take advantage of the field position. High pooch kick. Going to be taken and fair caught by Deer Park at their own 38. Paradise getting underneath that one. And a struggle offensively to start for Deer Park. 9 plays for just 8 yards.
Looks like we got some laundry on the field over here on the near sideline.
Yeah, back at the 40-yard line.
Illegal formation on the kick team. 5 yards from the end of the run. First down, Deer Park.
A little bit extra yardage for Deer Park there. Take that. Offense trying to find.
You got to get a ball off the field, and you got to get one ball set. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Are they trying to find the original spot before they mark off the 5? Well, the Deer Park offense is going to have to find something that can get them some yardage. I mentioned they've had trouble running it. 4 carries for 7 yards.
They've been basically in the same formation all game. I've always felt like Coach Flynn really enjoyed mixing up. I mean, a little bit of a pistol look here, I guess, but same basic formation.
Now Kieselhorst starts under center. I formation look here. And just a toss for Lay, looking for somewhere to go up the middle. Not a big push up front, but Lay picks up a couple up ahead to the 49.
So they went to power there. They just ran it out of that I formation where they pitched it back to him, but still downhill play, pulling a guard. Guard's kind of feeling his way across the backsides of everybody. He needs to get on his horse, come around, go make big-time block.
2nd down and 8. Once again, Kieselhorst going to go under center. Play action with a deep drop. Loads up, goes deep downfield, looking for Setall over the shoulder, just overthrown.
Man, he had him from, oh, we got something in the backfield too. He had Setall almost from
Personal
the time.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense number 5. 15 yards from the previous spot.
Goes against the defensive end.
So both offenses are getting the most yardage right now on some roughing the passer calls. But yeah, Setall was coming across from the far side, and I think he was open from the time he crossed the far hash.
Yeah.
And he saw him just a little over his head. So that would have been to the house.
Well, Deer Park will take anything at this point. Maybe that could spark something. 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 36. Kieselhorst looks right, comes back left. Has a big lane for running and takes off with it inside the 20, makes a cut at the 15 before being brought down. Looks like it'll be 1st and goal from the 10. Kieselhorst goes for 26.
Finally brought down with number 25, Ferraro. But a big gain and a Deer Park first down.
Sets up 1st and goal.
He's doing what he's got to do. You know, it's not so much the receivers. He's only got like 2 guys going out on that route combination. So the 2 guys are covered. He's just on his own at that point.
Empty backfield. Hand it off to Schroeder, looking to turn the corner on the jet sweep, but blown up in the backfield. Oliver, who got called for that roughing the passer penalty a few moments ago, in on the stop there.
Well, he should have never been on the stop right there. Paradise is the one making the block right there. You're the key block. You're trying to make him wrong no matter what. So if he wants to go underneath you, that's fine. But you have got to be backpedaling him. He wants to kick out, then you backpedal him where there's no way that he should be able to just come off a block and make a tackle right there. God.
Straight handoff to Gamma is met in the backfield. This one goes nowhere.
Handoff goes to number 35, Christian Gamma.
Gamma is dropped for a couple yard loss there. And now Deer Park looking at a 3rd and goal from the 14.
Brings up 3rd down and long.
So Martinez in the game. He'll line up in the slot, top of your screen. Lay, the running back, stays in the block. Kieselhorst looks downfield, throws in zone, looking for Setall, incomplete. One-on-one coverage Ashton Rodriguez wins that battle for Creek.
Ashton Rodriguez providing the coverage for the Wildcats.
Deer Park, they had first and goal
Brings up fourth down
from the 10. They go backwards on first and second down and now having to settle for the field goal. Hurtado coming on 3 for 5 on field goal attempts this year. It's a long of 38.
For the field goal attempt from number
It'll
7.
be about 32 yards from the middle of the field. Hurtado able to boot it through, and Deer Park on the board at least.
Good.
And with 8:13 to go in the first half, Deer Park gets on the scoreboard, 7-3. Wildcats with the lead.
I'll be interested to see how the defense responds after the score. You know, come back a little bit fiery, guys running around a little bit more, coming up, wanting to hit. Now you challenge your offense, right? See what we can do the next drive. We got another flag. These guys.
Personal foul, leaping. Defense number 5. The penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. First down, Deer Park.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
my word. That's a.
So Deer Park going to get new life on the drive following the penalty by Clear Creek for leaping on the field goal
executable
attempt.
offense. Oh my gosh.
Down and goal to go, Deer Park.
And they're going to spot this ball at the 7, and Deer Park now with a new set of downs, first and goal. You don't get too many leaping calls.
Ooh.
Offset look in the backfield. Paradise handed off to Lay, though. Good hole up the middle. And Lay able to fall down at the 2. Picks up 5, and they got more laundry on the field. It's looking like the Cowboys and Giants game from last night.
Ooh. Not pretty.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. The penalty will be enforced half the distance from the end of the run. First down.
So spotted at the 1 and give Deer Park another first down.
First down and goal to go at the 1-yard line.
Deer Park quickly to the line. Kieselhorst takes the snap. Going to follow a block from Lay. Turns the corner to the pylon. Kieselhorst strides in. 4th rushing touchdown of the season from your senior captain in Deer Park. An extra point away from tying things up.
Yeah. You're the guy that says, hey, I want the ball. I'm going to do whatever I have to do to get some points on the board. Give me the ball. I think. Or maybe it's just they feel the most comfortable with him running the ball at this point right now.
Hurtado coming on for the extra point.
Oh,
Line drive kick. And he is able to knock it through. And with 7:46 to go in the half, Deer Park able to tie things up.
well, the lucky break, you know, with the leaping penalty. I'm just going to keep my eyes out for the police being called to the Clear Creek sideline after that. I would gave them a touch, gave Deer Park a touchdown.
Yeah. Costly penalties there. And Deer Park able to take advantage of it.
Their caring staff of board-certified physicians provide relief and restore you to health with extraordinary care in a timely manner. Community First ER.
Well, some other games around the district tonight. You got Clear Lake taking on Clear Springs. Clear Falls and Brazoswood locking up, and Clearbrook and Dickinson.
There we go.
Good strong boot. Cunningham
What are you?
Kick goes out of the end zone.
knocks it through the end zone. The Deer Park defense is going to come back out. Well, a wild end to that drive, but Deer Park will take it. Tied at 7 now.
It's just ugly. It's just ugly. I mean,
From their own 25-yard line.
so the beginning of each game right now is just not the cleanest football that you like to see out of your team. If you're Deer Park, you know Coach Flynn is really harping on discipline, execution, all those things, and it's kind of at the beginning of each game seems to be lacking. And then halftime comes around, they probably get an earful and make some changes here and there, and then it's a different story.
Toss play for Hunter, left side. Trying to string it out, but unable to get by Colquitt, who's able to run him down. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game got underway. Is looking for 4 solid quarters from your squad, because you haven't gotten it yet from 4 games in. And
Still going to be looking next week.
yeah, an ugly first quarter, especially offensively for Deer Park. But long way to go in this one. 7 minutes coming up to go in the half. Back on the ground, Parks this time trying to find space up the middle, but nothing doing there.
Number two shot Marks up the middle on the carry. Stop for no gain on the play.
Like number 88, Thomas Johnson on the stop. Well, 3rd down and 9. Cantu just 2 for 4 through the air.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And this defense trying to get the crowd into it on 3rd down and long. Ball at the 26. Wildcats going to go under center. Cantu rolls, throws right. Good coverage along the sideline. Incomplete. Chavez, he's had a good game so far tonight. Able to deny the catch there.
Ethan Chavez breaking up the pass from Deer Park.
Yeah, I mean, he was really stuck to him like one of those old registration stickers you can't get off. It was a good job, stuck to him. A little touchy there, maybe right before the ball got there, not called.
Good start to this game. He had a rough one last week against Clear Falls. They were going after him consistently. Martinez takes the punt from the 45 and actually signaled for the fair catch.
Punt from Connor Page, taken fair catch by number 2, Trey Martinez.
Get your hand up a little bit higher.
First down.
Yeah, it was just kind of not a clear sign, but I guess the official thought it was. Deer Park going to start this drive, looking to build on that momentum from the last one, starting this one near midfield.
I mean, the momentum of them leaping and offensively, it's like you have got to put together like a couple of plays, positive plays right here. It doesn't matter what they are at this point, quick passing game, run the ball, whatever it is, counter QB here. But
Kieselhorst brought down.
Man.
Good penetration.
oh, and it was the leaper too.
By Bolivar, also got called for the roughing the passer on that last drive as well. But he's able to get to Kieselhorst in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Brings up second down and 11.
All right, so we're going to get a little mix up here with Caleb Wingo wearing the running back number, quarterback.
Junior checks in. Keeper by Wingo up the middle. Able to fall forward up ahead to the 49. Picks up 5, and now Deer Park looking at a 3rd down. 0 for 4 so far tonight on 3rd downs.
Tackle by number 25, Ferraro. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
3 wideouts, far side of the field.
I'd like to just see just a simple kind of quick passing game, just punch, set, throw.
Martinez, little drag route, complete. Martinez trying to get to the 1st down marker, going to be brought down about a yard shy, but also a penalty.
was interesting. It came from the what? So it came from their line judge over there.
Yeah, in front of the Clear Creek bench. Looks like he
Holding.
spotted a hold.
Offense number 71. 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay 3rd down.
Third charge penalty to Deer Park. Would have made it 4th and about a yard to go. Instead, now looking into 3rd and 16.
Maybe preferable, you know, they like to throw it deep here and there. Oh, free play maybe?
Gets the free play, goes deep for Setall, downfield, and too far out in front of Setall, incomplete.
Going back to the old trusty hard count they had a great success with last week on their, what was that, the scoring drive to start.
Yeah, worked well. About 2 or 3 times got the Knights to jump off sides.
Yeah.
Offside. Defense number 58. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
I'll make it 3rd and 11.
After enforcement of the penalty, 3rd down and 11.
Keys looking towards the sideline.
Got to be careful with his head motion when he's doing the
quarterback draw by Kieselhorst, takes it up to midfield.
Landon Kieselhorst on the quarterback keeper.
You just don't see a lot of the kind of, I mean, not yet tonight, but you don't see a lot of the kind of timing routes where it's, you know, you got a couple guys, you get a look at the secondary, you know where this guy's going to stop, where he's going to turn out or turn in or whatever it is. And it's kind of it's all on timing, and it's very hard to defend if you've really worked on that timing and can get some nice, you know, 9-10 yard routes.
Hurtado with another high punt. Takes a high bounce inside the 20. And Deer Park going to watch it roll inside the 15 before being downed at the 14.
Hurtado, offensive player of the game right now.
He has been busy so far tonight. That one with his 4th punt already. And Deer Park still without a 3rd down conversion tonight.
One guy, one play, spark a little bit of life into everybody is what you're thinking on Deer Park, I think, especially even defense right now.
They're going to motion in Taylor. Hand it off, though, to Hunter in the backfield. He's met Colquitt there.
I'll tell you one guy that's wanting to spark him up right now. Adam White on that motion triggered and blew it up. And so that was something fun to see right here. Triggered on the motion and just ran into the back. It's kind of in pass protection, it looked like. Hey, whatever it takes, man, somebody to
Adam White and Deshaun
light
Parks
a fire.
Beaten in the backfield there. 2nd down and 10. Split back looking from the shotgun for Cantu. Hand it off to Hunter. Trying to find somewhere to go. Trying to spin away, but able to hold on. They're going to blow it dead. Looks like Braden Guerra in on the stop. 3rd down and 8. Deer Park, all 3 timeouts, and we're coming up here in the late stages of the first half. Creek won the toss and elected to defer. Creek not much better on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 4. Cantu tries a hard count. Not biting, and Creek going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Clear Creek. Their 2nd charge timeout.
Well, we mentioned the offensive struggles for Deer Park tonight, but Creek not much better. Able to take advantage of a short field on their lone touchdown drive. But for the most part, defense has been rock solid. They've kept them And a lot of these second and long, third down and long situations.
Yeah, I mean, they snuck one into traffic, a pass down the field, right? You're going to have those where there's guys just making plays, right? Really nice throw in a tight window. You're going to have those defenses, defenses doing their part right now. Really like to see the offense just come alive. It almost looks zombified, if that's a word. I mean, it just...
We'll check the dictionary.com here in a second.
Yeah. It just does not look like there's much energy, period, in what they're doing offensively.
Third down and 8. Deer Park shows blitz. They come with it. Contreras on the blitz. They're going to just loft one downfield. It's going to be picked off. Chavez with the interception.
Great body control by him, staying on top of the route.
Actually, number 5, Bryce Medley, the junior. Good ball skills in the air there.
And he was the one I think came up earlier and had a nice stick on the flat route. So good job by him. He's kind of having a pretty nice night. He's had a couple where he's kind of just sat in that flat coverage right there. He's over the top. And just great body control. Now,
from the 38, Deer Park 1st and 10. But they keep it on the ground. Little counter play for Wyatt Lay, trying to find somewhere to go along the left side. Maybe a few.
Wyatt Lay. Tackled by Router.
Down to the 36, so just a 2-yard pickup.
Gain of 2.
Lay now 4 carries for 8 yards.
it just doesn't feel quite like what I expect from Deer Park's running game. A lot more motion and mixing up of formations. Okay, right here we've gone to a trips look.
Kieselhorst to throw, buys time, points, airs it out deep downfield in the end zone. Triple coverage and incomplete. Kieselhorst. Brett Favre-esque there.
Well,
little gunslinger.
Setall kind of broke the route off right and tried to come back towards the sideline after he'd already kind of been going that way. Scramble drill, you don't normally want to throw back across the field like that. Now, he does have a strong arm, but scary.
3rd down and 8, trying to take advantage of the turnover. Kieselhorst again, going to roll the pocket.
Time.
Little out route intended for Martinez. Makes the catch down to the 21. That'll move the sticks.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's what it's kind of one of those timing routes where, you got your number 1 receiver closest to the closest to the Irish sideline, going deep down the field. Number 2 receiver running a little out route. They roll the pocket, but it's a good job by him. Once he makes the breaking cut, he's throwing the ball. So that's kind of that intermediate timing route that I was discussing earlier.
And Wingo checks back in. Looking to take the snap. Fakes the jet sweep. Keeper by Wingo. Makes his cut inside the 15 and powers his way down inside the 10.
Nice patient run by him.
Back-to-back plays with a 1st down for Deer Park.
Nice patient run by him and not jumping ahead and bouncing it outside and kind of letting the blocks develop, kind of squeezing inside of it right there.
Deer Park 1st and goal. All 3 timeouts, so they can play this as quickly or as patiently as they want to. Keeper by Kieselhorst, following a block from Gamez along the right side, down inside the 5. That'll take us inside of the final 60 seconds of this first half.
Brings up 2nd down and go.
Offset look in the backfield. They go to Gamez.
Oh, he ran right by the guy.
Dropped.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't tell quite who that was, but they're pulling, and I know there was a lead blocker that missed him, and I think a pulling guard missed that guy too. Show it.
Timeout, Deer Park. Their first charge timeout.
And
big time hit put on by Wyatt Smith, the linebacker.
Nobody for the main guy you want to block your linebackers there.
So 25 seconds left to go in the half. Deer Park takes their first timeout. 3rd down and goal coming up from the 5. Still trying to find a consistent spark on offense. It's been almost one step forward, one step back here this first half.
So it's a little bit of kind of what they're doing with the quarterback run game. So they're bringing Wingo in and letting him do the exact same thing that that Kieselhorst is doing, right? It's the same type of QB counter, QB power, the run game that they're doing. But they seem to be the guys you really want, or I guess you like running the ball. So why not maybe letting Wingo get out there, stand next to Kieselhorst, or just, you know, mix it up to the guys you think you want to have running the ball. And so that you have two threats in the backfield, basically.
See what they dial up here on 3rd and goal. Trying to take advantage of the game's first turnover on the interception by Bryce Medley a few moments ago, and more whistles.
Timeout, Clear Creek.
And Coach Lane going to take his third and final timeout. Might as well. Can't take him with you. Now, as a former coach, when this situation happened, were you going back to the same play a lot, or would you switch it up?
I was going back to the play that was working. Right now, so I guess they've had some, more success with the QB run game. So, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll probably go back to it here and there. But like what I was mentioning earlier is you can accomplish the exact same thing and not have the QB run the ball. Like it's all misdirection. It's usually a motion or a shift and then a motion going one way and then pulling guards or tackles the opposite way, and you can do the exact same thing and then turn and hand the ball off, fake a quick pass while you're doing it with your quarterback. Things to keep guys honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll see what they have here. Look like they got a couple of tight ends loaded up on the right side. 3rd and goal. Settle and Schroeder split out left side. Paradise in motion. And a quarterback keeper. Hole for Kieselhorst. And he strides in. Almost untouched. Great hole developed up the middle. And the quarterback able to take advantage. His second touchdown run tonight.
There you go.
Quarterback Kieselhorst on the quarterback keeper up the middle for the Deer Park touchdown.
Oh, that's a good feeling when you're a guard pulling around looking for your linebacker and he's nowhere to be found. That means that your guy running the ball's got a lot of space.
Hurtado coming on for the extra point. Line drive kick is up and good. Deer Park hasn't been pretty, but they've scored the last 14 and taken their first lead tonight with 22 seconds to go in the half.
And clear 3-7.
I guess the thing that I'm going to come back to, and I hope that I always hope that I'm wrong when I say something, and I know that I can be negative at times. But the thing is you don't, you want to keep doing the things you're successful doing, right? Your positive plays. You want to keep going back to it. But at some point, you got to have some other guys start really stepping up, other than your quarterback run game. You got to start making some of these quick passes. You got to start letting the O-line really move guys, and your running back find some creases. And like I said, you can find those same creases with running backs if you do the same type of misdirection and then hand him the ball instead of quarterback doing it. But again, let's just keep wishing Kieselhorst the best of luck and strong running, strong legs and everything, because that's what's being successful for them right now.
8 carries tonight for the quarterback, 46 yards to go along with those 2 touchdowns. Just 4 of 8 through the air for 16 yards. But getting it done on the ground, at least here in this second quarter. Another booming kick. Sending Creek all the way back and letting this one fly into the end zone.
Big fan of this kickoff.
Yes.
Kick it deep.
Much better results than the Pooch has had this year.
Yeah.
Well, final seconds of this one. Creek with no timeouts. and getting ready to receive the second half kickoff. Likely going to play it safe. Head to the field house here.
Looks like how they're lining up. That victory kneel formation.
Cantu goes under center, takes a knee, and neither team really having success in the first half, but Deer Park able to take advantage of a few key Clear Creek mistakes. Penalties on one drive, an interception turned into a touchdown on the other, and Deer Park, they've taken a lead 14-7 as we head to the break. Back with more here from Abshire Stadium. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network.
And now we are proud to present the beautiful and talented Deer Park Deer Escorts Dance Team. Introducing the leadership team, beginning with the dance officers and their bobs. Lieutenant Julia Andrews, Lieutenant Haven Alces, Lieutenant Michaela Bales, Lieutenant Betty Carriaga, Lieutenant Avery Holbrook, and our Colonel, Ashley Blair. Our social officers are Erin Bell, Executive Mariana Clayton, Executive Isabel Moritz, Vice President James Willis, and President Brindley Buffalo. The Deer Escorts of the week are Ariel Bell and Alyssa Smith. Spirit Girl of the week is Margot Bullock. The Bobs of the week are Victor Carriaga and Luis Garcia. Enjoy as the Deer Escorts and their Bobs perform a routine to Hawaii Five-O. The Deer Escorts are under the direction of Jim Morrow and Assistant Director Bethany Phelps. A special thank you to our diamond sponsors, Something to Wrestle with Richard, Raising Cane, USA Clothes, and Texas Traditions Bank. And now presenting the 2024 Deer Park High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Hope Barker, Aiden Crouch, Cody Gonzalez, and Tyler Linhart. Director's Award, the visiting 8th graders. Guard member of the week, Emily Bigley. Section of the week, Octet. Outstanding officer, Emily Howard. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the Deer Park Band will perform their 2024 program, From Thorns to Roses. ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Deer Park High School Marching Band and Deer Escorts. The band is under the direction of Barry Everett, Paul Parkin, Alex Flores, and Keegan Crawford. The color guard is under the direction of Mackenzie Davidson. Executive Director of Fine Arts is Jason Dove. High school principals are Kurt Taylor, Yvette Powell, and John Wegman. The superintendent of Deer Park ISD is Stephen Harrell. Enjoy the second half and go Deer.
Welcome back, everybody. Mason Pratt here alongside Shane Creel, getting ready for the start of the second half here at Abshire Stadium. Deer Park with a 3-1 record, 1-0 in district play, looking to extend that winning streak. But Clear Creek giving them a fight, just a 14-7 lead over the Wildcats at the break. Deer Park struggled offensively, to say the least, especially in that first quarter. No first downs, 3 and outs. Found a little bit of rhythm in that second quarter, taking advantage of some Clear Creek mistakes and able to find the end zone a couple times.
Yeah, I'm convinced that Coach Flynn likes to work on his halftime speech and see how well he can reinvent it each week now, because if they come out of this halftime firing on all cylinders, I'll know that that's part of it.
But yeah, every win this year for Deer Park, all three, they have been in tightly contested games by 3 points or less. High kick. Taylor going to take it from his own 5.
Oh, no.
Has a crease, stutter steps at the 20, trying to spin off a tackle and takes it out past the 25, and a flag thrown on the back end of it from the far side of the field.
Tackle by number 37, Nicholas Maldonado.
But both offenses really struggled in that first half. Creek just 23 plays, 47 yards of offense, averaging 2 yards per play. Deer Park.
During the return, holding number 21, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
And the Deer, 25 plays for just 81 yards, just over 3 yards per play. So neither offense really clicking in that first half.
No, not at all. All right, I'm gonna be a lot more positive right here, Mason. A good halftime speech, and we'll have a lot more fun with it. It's just been hard to watch too.
Yeah, defense though, they have played well, especially against the run. I mean, we saw the struggles that the Deer Park running game had defensively against.
So this is what I was thinking they're going to come out with.
Barbers Hill, and they go back to that Wildcat where they had some success. Parks trying to break through, gets to that second level. Andre Jackson with a touchdown saving tackle. And they go back to what was able to find the end zone in that first half. They go back to that Wildcat with Jashawn Parks, the sophomore.
Yeah, that was the big takeaway I got at halftime that you and I kind of talked about was, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see it with him coming back out and running the ball. With this heavy backfield, safeties need to start inching their way up, coming up. Here we go.
Back-to-back
Right
plays.
there.
Parks met at the line, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Good pursuit, good gang tackling by Deer Park there. Wojtek, the linebacker, with a couple others in on the stop.
Yeah, and I like to see right there, I'm going to get the name right on the first try, Oldwin coming up from his safety position. He's making contact now at about a yard, not letting it get up into that second level. And so that's what you got to do when you go a heavy backfield. Get your safeties involved in the run game. Once you read run, you're triggering.
Third straight play.
Pass.
Parks now stops, throws deep, looking downfield, incomplete. First time they've shown something other than a straight run for Parks out of that formation.
Well, I mean, he's kind of gave it away a little bit.
A little early.
He's kind of running laterally at more of a trot versus his the downhill running game that he did earlier. But it was a good job by the secondary staying on top of the single route that they had going. Does that count as a trick play that we were talking about?
You know, I was thinking about that at halftime, what the line was, and yeah, we'll mark that down as one.
Okay.
Third down and 10 from the 36. Cantu, play action, trying to set up a little tunnel screen. Pass complete. It met at the line as he tried to cut back towards the middle of the field. Looked like Colquitt with a hard tackle there near the original line of scrimmage. Actually, Thomas Johnson on the stop.
I know Jaden Contreras has been right there on a couple of these screen plays. That time, I know he's a little frustrated he didn't make the play, but you know what he did do is he forced it back inside to the big boys, and then once you go that far inside, you're running back into really hostile territory as a receiver.
So Creek, they pick up the first down on the run by Parks, but then unable to keep the drive going. Going to have to punt it away. Punt rather. Snap goes over his head. Rolls all the way back inside the 5. Ball still loose. Picked up by Deer Park, trying to jump on it in the end zone. Ball still loose. And Deer Park going to down it at the 1 yard line, it looks like. Creek finally recovers it, but at that point, doesn't really matter. Deer Park, once again, going to be gifted, you would think, a touchdown if Deer Park can punch it in here.
You got to jump on the ball right here. I just got done saying some really nice things about you there, Jaden.
Ooh, that ball even rolled in at one point. Deer Park knocking on the door, taking advantage. Kieselhorst dropped the snap, now picks it up and just barrels in for the touchdown, his third of the night.
So, was it dropped initially, or did it look like it kind of jumped? Like, I kind of missed it there on how the ball hit the turf.
Taking advantage of the busted play. Kieselhorst just able to
working his ground ball game right there.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Hurtado, his extra point up and good. 21-7 now. Deer Park with their largest lead of the night. Just a couple minutes gone by.
I don't think it ever made it back to him whenever it wasn't the best replay, Jared, but
Kieselhorst takes advantage. His third touchdown run tonight. And 3 on the season coming into this game. He's matched that.
Now, you were a mascot when you were in high school, right?
No, I don't know where you're getting that information.
Well, we just saw some really good dance moves. It reminded me of you a little bit, but maybe the deer head.
And at halftime, Dickinson 35 and 0.
A little bit of breathing room, but it really doesn't feel like it.
No, and honestly, if you're Clear Creek, you feel like you've gifted Deer
Yep.
Park all 3 of their touchdowns. The first one coming after multiple personal foul penalties. At one point, Deer Park had kicked the field goal, got to go back out and then punch it in for the end zone. Then the next one, Deer Park able to take advantage of an interception as Taylor again on the kickoff return. Reverses field, has space out past the 20, and finally wrestled down shy of the 30. Deer Park takes advantage of the interception that you throw. They go down and score. And then even that one, the punt going over your punter's head, just setting up Deer Park at the 1.
Yeah, you got to be able to take advantage of those. You know, total offense not really there, or haven't gotten to see it yet coming out of the break. But I did want to say right there, I believe that was Ethan Chavez on the coverage. He did a great job just maintaining discipline. He had outside leverage. He stayed out there, didn't let it keep getting around him, and could have been a way bigger return.
Cantu from the shotgun fakes the give to Hunter. Keeper up the middle by Cantu. The quarterback able to pick up a couple ahead to the 30. And the Wildcats, their struggles continue on the ground. Outside of a couple of good runs by Parks. Cantu 4 carries for 6 yards. The other running back, Hunter, 7 carries for just 10.
Brings up second down and 8.
Hunter in the backfield with Cantu here on second down. Cantu going to roll the pocket, letting things develop. Sets his feet, fires over the middle. Pass is going to be picked off. Andre Jackson reverses field all the way to the 30, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to be wrestled out at the 21. Jackson with his 4th interception of the season.
And Deer Park is going to be on the receiving end, I believe, again of a personal foul by Clear Creek at the end of that play.
2 flags thrown down inside the 10.
I don't want to pull anything away from Mr. Jackson right there. He did a great job in his zone coverage, kind of controlling the flats, and then once it kind of turned into more of a scramble drill, he just found the quarterback's eyes and jumped right in front of the route. Really good job by him.
And there you saw Hunter kind of getting in the face of Jackson after Jackson had run out of bounds.
Yeah, but the penalties were down here. I believe Adam White got tied up with maybe an offensive lineman or someone. And in my opinion, I thought it was the Clear Creek offense that. I'll wait and see if my thought was right before proved wrong.
But like you said,
Yeah,
great
they're
read.
going to talk to Coach Flynn. It looks like they're going to. Yeah, I mean, it really was. You watched him, I watched him from the very beginning of that play. He's sitting, squatting, and almost like a cover 2 look. He's got the flats, and then once it kind of got extended, he's just following the quarterback's eyes, and he jumps right in front of the route. I mean, as soon as the quarterback chose to throw it, I was like, that's interception for Jackson. I mean, he's right there eyeballing him.
Jackson with his, like we said, his 4th pick of the season, obviously a team high.
Might be offsetting. I don't.
After the return, unnecessary roughness, Deer Park, number 7. Unnecessary roughness, Clear Creek, number 2. Those penalties will offset the result of the play. First down, Deer Park.
Adam White and Deshaun Parks. Not the first time those two have had a meeting tonight.
No, he probably didn't appreciate him blowing him up on that one play where he's firing off the edge. But, I mean, as a captain, you definitely don't want your captains coming off the field with the unsportsmanlike.
Park trying to take advantage of another turnover at the red zone. 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line. Little pass up to seam for Paradise. Takes it down inside the 10. And he's wrestled down. That'll be 1st and goal at the 7.
Big fan of that play call right there. I like they line up in the same formation. And hey, maybe they're just setting them up for the second half. Every game is what they're doing. Same formation. It looks like zone, but then they slip the fullback or tight end out, Paradise, and he's kind of up the seam in that. He scored on similar play like that against the Woodlands.
Yeah, he's been living in the seam like that all season long. 1st and goal. Ball at the 7-yard line. Kieselhorst with a keeper along the left side, trying to break through a tackle. Stutter step, now trying to fall forward down near the goal line. Going to be marked shy and tackled at the 1.
You know, one of the things I just really like about Kieselhorst when he does run the ball is he's looking to get north and south.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets a chance to put his foot in the ground and get vertical, he'll do it. And it, you know, sometimes it's to his physical detriment here and there, taking shots, but right here he puts his foot down and goes right at the guy, and he wins it.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Braden Ladd, the sophomore defensive back, meeting Kieselhorst there now. Kieselhorst quickly to the line, trying to get a push up front. And he's got his 4th touchdown run tonight. Deer Park extends the lead yet again here in the 3rd.
Well, his stat line's looking crazier and crazier as the game goes along. Him getting in on these quarterback sneak there, little 4 or 5 yard run earlier here and there, but that was the best executed offensive series we've seen so far, and it was
taking advantage.
A couple of plays. They got the ability to spring it.
And Hurtado remains perfect on the night. So with 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd, Deer Park has opened up a 28-7 lead. Capped off by the 4th rushing touchdown tonight from the quarterback, Kieselhorst.
Have your attention, please. Will Kate Reese please report to the press box elevator.
And as well as Kieselhorst has done, you'd like to see some other form of success from your offense. And yeah, it's working. You got a 28-7 lead, but just as you're continuing to build on your season, and I think you mentioned it even at halftime, you'd like to see some other folks step up and kind of get some production going.
Yeah, and you know, it kind of goes back to that. You're setting them. Hopefully, this is the mentality. You're setting them up in the first half with some of that stuff, and you get Paradise running free up the seam there. And but there's nothing to stop you from calling that maybe earlier in the game and having some success in the first half, I would think, here and there.
Another deep kick. Taylor not going to get a chance at this one, probably for the best. Good kick into the end zone for the touchback.
Out of the end zone. First down and 10 for Creek from their own 25-yard line.
So now Creek just trying to stop the bleeding a little bit and find something offensively to try and get back into this one. Deer Park now with 28 unanswered points.
I would expect to see that, you know, DeMarcus Esther, Jayshon Parks doing a little bit more of his run game here and there.
Yeah, outside of the Wildcat formation with Parks, there has not been a whole lot there offensively. Parks, though, going to line up in the slot here on first down. Cantu to throw. Scans the field, hit as he's thrown, going deep. Pass incomplete, double coverage. Medley over the top, Jackson underneath. Both defenders already with an interception tonight. But Cantu took a shot as he let that one loose.
He did, and good coverage downfield. He didn't really have the time to maybe make multiple reads there and look elsewhere. And I'm not 100% certain that anybody really was open, but that first deep look that he stared down was definitely well covered.
4 wideouts, 2 to each side here on 2nd and 10. Cantu again to throw. Deer Park with a little bit of pressure. Cantu takes off up the middle, takes a big hit. Falls ahead, up ahead to about the 30. Medley coming in for that safety spot, combining with Wojtek for the stop. Brings up 3rd down at 5.
So this is something I kind of was wondering when we'd see a lot more of, where they're kind of spreading the field out a little bit. you're not having success with the real tight formation, running the ball like they had been doing. So now they're kind of mixing it up, doing a little bit more, spreading it out.
Motions man in, fake the give to Taylor. Now pitches it to Hunter, trying to turn the corner. Contreras is there to wrap him up by the hips, and that allows that help defense to get there. They contain Hunter for just a 1-yard gain, if that.
There was no option in the option play.
Again on the tackle for Deer Park. Brings up 4th down and 4.
Man for the pitch, man for the quarterback. Nowhere to go.
Forces the Wildcat 3 and out. Wildcats punted away. Fair catch going to be made by Martinez. Lost the ball. Ball still loose. And Martinez quickly able to jump on it.
Recovered by number 2, Trey Martinez. First down and 10.
Put on it at the 38.
Ooh, winning the turnover battle so far. We almost tried to tie it up right there, right?
A couple of picks thrown tonight by Cantu. Had the punt go over their punter's head for another one. 1st and 10 from the 38. Deer Park can really blow it open here if they can find the end zone on this drive. They go deep on 1st down.
Oh, man.
Just a 3-man rush from Creek. Tries to sling it downfield. Setall tried to get underneath it. Unable to get there, but it was closer than I thought whenever Kieselhorst initially let that ball go.
I really love to see, you know, you got Paradise, and I know what he's thinking. He felt like he was open, and he was for a brief second, but he wasn't really eyeing him yet. But he definitely had a safety coming over the top of him. He's running down the field with his hand in the air like, throw it, throw it. Like, no, you don't want him to throw it right now, brother. He might take a big shot.
Legal man downfield. Offense number 75. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
So Wildcats decline the penalty. 2nd and 10.
But, you know, passing game, Paradise is one of your guys you can really get some open looks at that intermediate depth.
He'll line up in the slot, top of your screen. Little hitch
There
route.
he
Now
is.
crosses the field. Instead, going to go deep. Looking for the home run ball. Incomplete. Good effort deep downfield. Schroeder laying out for it.
Oh, it was Schroeder. Okay. So he got inside leverage on that deep post route. And I'm thinking, man, you throw him into coverage. At first, I thought it was Trey Martinez, the speedster. Hey, he's no slouch either with speed, but just a little out of his reach.
3 receiver tightly bunched to the line along the right side. 3rd down and 10. Kieselhorst now steps up, tries to find some running room, but nothing doing. That hole closed quickly. Keyshawn Jones along the defensive line, shutting that one down.
No gain on the play.
Deer Park with a quick 3 and out themselves.
Felt like he kind of looked to run maybe a hair earlier. He kind of got to the back, you know, the end of his drop and immediately kind of pulled his eyes down and started to run. But looked like, again, he might have had an out-cutting route about intermediate depth.
Hurtado does a good job to go and get that snap. It was kind of high, but Hurtado able to get the kick away. Takes a hop at the Creek 40 and bounces ahead for a couple yards. So 5:31 to go in the 3rd. Wildcats starting to enter desperation mode a little bit. In that 21-point hole, and
First down and 10.
an offense that seems like it's more built towards the running game that just isn't there. And then Cantu has struggled, just 3 of 10 passing tonight.
Here we go. Set. And in the zone. Percussion stars. 1, 3, 5, 6.
Creek has run 33 plays for 42 yards, and just for reference, Deshaun Parks has 42 yards rushing. Pitch to Hunter, hitting the line and dropped. Wildcats go backwards here.
Good job by the whole D-line, linebackers coming up.
And
safeties involved. Really like to see that when the safety's flying downhill.
Tough sledding tonight for Christian Hunter, the running back. 9 carries for 8 yards. Loses 3 there. Second down. Cantu back to under center. Quick little dive. Keeper by Cantu, though.
Again, right there. Yeah, it was, who was that? Oldwin, again, doing his job at the safety position. When you load the backfield with backs, safety's got to come up, and he's making a tackle at, what, about a yard, 2 yards, instead of staying back at 5 to 10 yards.
Cantu in the offense. 1 for 7 on third down tonight. Needing a long conversion here. Hand it off straight up the gut. Up ahead to just shy of midfield. Hunter just happy to get positive yardage on that play.
Tackle from Deer Park. Brings up 4th down at 5.
4th down and about 5 yards to go. Offense for Creek staying out on the field. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third. Deer Park with a 28-7 lead. Cantu and the offense to the line. 4th down and 5. Tries the hard count. And Deer Park showing the discipline, not biting on that.
Timeout, Clear Creek.
Coach Lane going to take his first timeout.
Of the half.
I'm a proud Deer Park High class 2002.
Well, you're thinking if you're Clear Creek, I mean, you got to stop the very last series. Opportunity to maybe pin Deer Park deep in their end of the field. But
yeah,
maybe they feel like time's kind of ticking right here.
And that's one thing that Deer Park really has not been able to do tonight is drive the length of the field. They've been able to just take advantage of some short fields set up to them by penalties or turnovers or whatever it may be, but almost all the touchdowns tonight for Deer Park coming on that short field. So yeah, booting it away and forcing Deer Park to string together an offensive drive and a lengthy one.
No booting it away today. They've listened to the analytics. 4th and 4 dictates on your own 49, you go for it.
And they go back to the Wildcat. Parks looking to take the direct snap, loaded up along the right side. Parks goes that way, met at the line, unable to get even to the line of scrimmage. Safety coming down and making the stop for Deer Park.
Hey, he's my guy. I've been keeping an eye on these safeties in this. I mean, even going back to Barbers Hill, where Barbers Hill was going into, if you remember, they were running trips and then running kind of zone the other way. So you're kind of, if the safety's not willing to come get in the box, Barbers Hill had some success. Right here, you can see the safety coming up. Boom. Head on the ball. Nice, sure tackle. Good job by him.
Secondary tonight has played well. Of course, Medley with an interception. Olgan has played well, coming in, making stops at the line. Andre Jackson with an interception. Ethan Chavez has done well in coverage, coming up, making some plays in the flats as well. Defensive backs, they've had a night tonight.
Kieselhorst was searching for a mouthpiece, it looked like. That's why he's late getting lined up.
Martinez motions in the backfield. Little RPO, goes downfield, slings it. So the cheerleaders incomplete.
So if you're watching that kind of, okay, so that play right there, I always like that there's a wrinkle off of it. So you have, you have one receiver, is that Setall or, I'm going to get the.
Setall here lined up.
Sorry, that's Schroeder. You got him going down the sideline. The guy's well over on top of the route. If he just shuts it down and turns it into a comeback, which is something that you can, great play.
Tracked down from behind. Wyatt Smith had a hard hit in that first half. Able to track down Martinez from behind. That's not an easy task to do.
No, not at all. But when you take a good angle like that, nobody's immune. Kind of going back to what I was saying, kind of the route concepts and stuff like that. One of the things is you get a real soft secondary that's staying over the top of everything. You look like you're going deep, and then you shut it down and turn it into a comeback. It's an easy comeback route. and maybe a wrinkle that we'll see later on for sure.
Creek only rushing 3. Pass over the middle off the hands of Paradise.
He was open too. He slipped it up behind the linebackers in front of the safeties there, and he was open in the middle, and that was I'm telling you what, that was a Nolan Ryan fastball coming at him the way he wound up and let it rip. Sure, Paradise wishes he could get this one back.
Just
took a big hit. Those hits don't hurt nearly as bad if you catch the ball either.
Hurtado, good point.
There we go.
Taylor gonna get a chance from his own 15. Gets by the first wave, and Taylor down the near sideline at the 40. Bumped out at about the 45. A little bit of a spark there for Creek on the return by Javian Taylor.
Correction, number 96, Carter Wildwell.
You're going to mark him out officially at the Wildcats 46.
From their own 45-yard line.
2:28 to go here in the third. Deer Park with their largest lead of the night at 21 points, up 28-7. Cantu in the offense, back to work. The dive goes to Hunter up the middle. Gets positive yardage and a good second effort. Takes it into Deer Park territory, and late flag's going to be thrown.
Oh, give him an Oscar. That's the one for acting, right?
That is.
Okay,
That is.
give it to him. Now, he did.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 4 on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Oh, that's what you cannot do. Free yards, and lots of them right there. They hadn't been moving the ball at all. And
Yeah.
you tack on an extra 15.
Jackson calling for the personal foul. Like you said, it
Coach
gifts
Flynn
an
is-
offense.
Coach Flynn is doing his reenactment of the Oscar-winning performance.
Toss play for Hunter, this time at the right side. Met the line, dropped.
Hey,
Tried to keep going, but his knee was down.
definitely down.
Wojtek there to meet him at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10.
There's a lot of chatting back and forth between this offense and this defense.
Yeah, you're up 21 points. You definitely don't need to be giving them free yardage by getting suckered into any of the personal foul stuff.
They go to the dive again. Hunter met at the line. Colquitt there to meet him for no gain.
Tackle made by number 99, senior captain.
They keep going to it. They've had a little success with those dive plays where Hunter's able to get at least some positive yardage, but now Deer Park making the adjustment, and the senior captain almost unblocked. Third down, long to go for Cantu in this offense. A little misdirection handoff. Good hit by Olguin coming down yet again, and that safety starting to blow up plays right at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like the old Oklahoma drill almost.
Yeah, it's
Brings up fourth down and 9.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. 4th down and 9. Offense stays out on the field for Clear Creek.
really don't.
Cantu under center. Rolls right. Throws. A little stop route incomplete. Was looking for Taylor along the far sideline. Chavez in coverage for Deer Park. And once again, the Deer Park defense holds on 4th down.
Great coverage by him again. But, I mean, that's just such a hard route to cover, period. It doesn't matter who you are. If that ball is on the money, it's probably a first down, but even with great coverage, you know. That's why I'm a little bit, would like to see a little bit more of those types of route combinations by Deer Park. You don't see them really, you know, slamming on the brakes and coming back to the ball a whole lot. It's always kind of going up the vertically nonstop.
Hand it off on first down, and a good looking run here by Gamez on the carry.
Going back to one of their bread and butter plays, power, following the pulling guard.
And probably the most successful execution of that one tonight. As Gamez goes for 7 yards. That first half, Deer Park unable really to run the football. But that's going to do it for the third quarter. Deer Park, they put up 14 points in the third. And they open up a 21-point advantage as we head to the final 12 minutes. Deer Park leading Clear Creek 28-7. Back with the fourth quarter. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network.
Okay. Good job tonight. 8th graders, did you have an okay time tonight? We enjoyed having you. Man, can you give a high five to 8th graders? Thank you for coming tonight. Good job. 8th graders, pack them up. Eighth grade tubas are dismissed. 8th grade baritone is remote.
Getting ready for the final 12 minutes here from Abshire Stadium. Mason Pratt here alongside Shane Creel. Deer Park taking advantage of some Clear Creek miscues in the third to open up a 21-point lead. 28-7. Deer Park take over. Second down and 3. Play action. Pass complete. And break it through tackles and taking it into Clear Creek territory. Good looking reception there as Trace Calhoun, the freshman, tied in on the reception.
Get him the rock.
On the varsity roster as a freshman. Calhoun with his first catch tonight. Breaking through arm tackles. First down and 10. Kieselhorst looks to throw, but instead eats it, and he is going to be dropped for a sack on the play.
He's sacked in the backfield by number 23, Crowder.
Crowder coming down, and looked like Kieselhorst might just throw that one away, but he just never pulled that one back.
He was on him before he realized, he was on him really fast all of a sudden. And good thing he didn't try and do too much with it, you know.
3-yard loss back to the 48. About a little reverse for Martinez. Trying to turn the corner, looking for lead blockers. Now just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good discipline there by that Wildcat defense. Not biting on the misdirection.
Number 95, Richard.
Martinez maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 13 coming up.
Brings up third down and 13.
Lay the running back in there. Here on third down. Creek just rushes 3. Little curl route, far side of the field. Setall finds an open space. Kieselhorst finds him, and Deer Park with a conversion on third down.
One of those timing routes, it's really hard to defend, period. It's just kind of almost like a little 3-step drop, lets it rip. First down.
Kieselhorst will come to the sideline, and Wingo back out. First down at 10 from the 33. And Wingo trying to find the hole along the right side, falls forward. Just a 2-yard pickup there on first down.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. Colton Ferraro makes a tackle. Brings up second down and 8.
So Wingo with 3 carries tonight, 18 yards, all coming from that shotgun formation look. Martinez going to line up in the backfield here on second down. Kieselhorst just going to dump it off to him. One-on-one in the open field and unable to get by number 11 tonight, Wyatt Smith. He's had a great game defensively for Clear Creek.
So one of the interesting things I kind of looking at on that play that's obviously it's a design swing, basically another run play almost. But on your single receiver side, a lot of times, you know, we would give them free access. If it's just a little 5-yard hitch, if the linebacker does not get in your throwing lane, you can immediately take that route. And he had it on the top side there, Clear Creek sideline, but designed to go the other way.
Trying to convert here on 3rd down and 10. Kieselhorst loads up, has a man open, just couldn't quite get it there. Sedall had a step, nobody around him down at about the 20, but unable to go down and get that one 4th down.
Yeah, he definitely had him. Like you said, he was open on that. It was kind of a levels. You had multiple levels. You get a guy in the flat, guy blowing the top off down the sideline, and then you have the intermediate out route happening by Sedall, the number 2 receiver, which he was open. One of the things that people don't realize is really hard is when you're moving the pocket like that and your quarterback's moving your feet, it's a lot harder to make real accurate, good throws when you're running like that. So maybe something where you just let him plant his feet and drive into it a little bit more, you know.
Their first time out of the half.
We've certainly seen some throws where he really steps into it, and I'm telling you, he's putting it on the money.
So 4th down, Deer Park went for the hard count, didn't get it. They take their first time out of the half here with 8:54 to go.
Deer Park ISD would like to thank our athletic sponsors for
Ball at the Wildcat 33.
It'd
be about a 50-yard field goal from here. And I was watching Hurtado and Cunningham in the pregame, and they were going back and forth, booting it from about 50 yards.
Not much wind to contend with,
No.
you know. It's still one of those things, probably a pretty low percentage at this level, you know, versus, you know, one of those really hard routes to cover, or are you going to see them go back to that kind of tunnel screen they like to do on some of these situations?
Offense back out on 4th and 10. Paradise motions in. They're going to roll the pocket again. Kieselhorst, basically just one route he is looking for. Sedall on the little curl route.
Yeah, that's tough when you're rolling towards a one option almost, and he took a lot of bump and run getting to it, and when he made the break, you know, everybody's thinking, oh, he's breaking at the sticks. It was the old sticks play. Guy was all over him already, so.
Wildcats going to take over on downs at their own 33. Under 9 minutes to go. Creek in desperation mode. More whistles
Right
come
guard.
in. Pre-snap.
Definitely moved. You got to get your hanky out too, Mr. White Hat. Oh my goodness, what is the meeting on?
Yeah, this seems fairly obvious from up here.
Delay of game on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Wow.
So,
Goes against Deer Park.
I hate that new rule. Like any of the shifts or movements that the defense does, if it's something that's the ref, you know, and his opinion is too jerky now, can technically be considered a violation. So I'm guessing that's what they got him for.
Makes it 1st and 5. 4 wide receiver hit set for Cantu. Drops, scans over the middle, pass complete. Taylor on the little drag route. Picks up the first down and more into Deer Park territory as he crosses midfield.
Tackle man by number 10, Zamian Oakland. Pick up
It's tough for the linebacker that's trying to carry that route all the way across the field. Once he gets out leverage, man, there's not a whole lot he can do. He's got to hope that your corner route that is your corner that is staying pretty much in the flats on the other side sees it, but he had kind of already drifted a little deeper. So just good route right there by Clear Creek.
Cantu to throw again, this time to Parks out of the backfield in open space. Gets by one wave, but short gain. Got by the initial tackler Contreras. Wojtek there to clean it up, and there you see the hard night that Parks has had. Got the undershirt or jersey stretched out. It's been tough running.
Yeah, and Wojtek really was there to put a little emphasis on that tackle after that shallow drag outran him. So
under 8 to go. Second down and 8. Back on the ground, Hunter trying to find a little bit of running room. Falls forward.
And out to Hunter.
Well, the other scores going along in district. Clear Springs with a
Carter Wilder makes a tackle.
comfortable lead on Clear Lake, 43-13 going into the fourth quarter there. Clear Falls, they bounce back after the loss to Deer Park last week. They roll through Brazos Wood, 56-3 the final there. And Dickinson going to start 2-0 in district as well, 56-0 on top of Clearbrook in the fourth. Third down and 5, Cantu. Looking, has time, fires, has a man open. Middle of the field, Taylor inside the 30, breaking through tackles before being dragged down finally. Goldwyn got him down inside the 25.
Hey, that was a nice job right there by Cantu, moving, giving himself time, and then his receiver also finding a little hole in the zone, and he put it right on him. They got a first down, so that's a good execution there by Clear Creek.
And with pressure coming, bearing down as well. First down and 10 from the Deer Park 24. Cantu again, deep drop, step it up. Running out of time, takes off with it up the middle, fighting through tackles and picks up another first down. So Cantu putting some production together on this drive.
Kind of taking matters into his own hands right now, isn't he? Nice pressure. Does have that ball out there.
Never stop coaching.
Tuck it high and tight, man.
Ball spotted at the 12. Creek can pick up a first down, but we hit the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Fake the give. Cantu scans the field, dumps it off to Parks out of the backfield. Nearly got through it, but pass is complete. Boy, Chavez nearly went down and got that, but somehow Parks able to maintain concentration on that ball to make the catch. And
what concentration as well, though, for Jishawn Parks, man.
Flag is
Because
down
this
on the
ball,
far side
I
of the
thought
field.
for sure was getting picked off, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, it's in my arms."
Defense number 4. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Here we go. Train, set.
So Parks picks up the first down. Wildcats now going to have first and goal at the 2.
Result of the play is a first down and
Thought for sure that ball was picked off.
I did too. He had a nice jump on it, laid out for it, and it just kind of snuck in there.
Cantu hands it off to Hunter. Gets by the first wave somehow and keeps his feet moving. Almost went underneath the tackle of Adam White.
Yeah, he was in the backfield pretty quick.
2-yard touchdown run by Christian Hunter.
Christian Hunter on the touchdown for the Wildcats.
Well, Clear Creek not out of it yet. Still 2 timeouts in their pocket. Trying to cut it down to a 14-point game. Flag thrown. Far side of the field. Jackson might have been offsides, but Wildcats boot it through. 5:40 to go. It's down to just a 14-point lead for Deer Park. Now this Deer Park offense is going to be forced to make some plays, sustain some drives to burn off a little bit of this clock. Otherwise, Creek not out of it.
Coach Flynn's giving him an earful, and I definitely would be too, because if he just got a personal foul after he jumped off sides, man, he's one of your better players, but at some point, examples have to be made.
Officials still talking about it out at the hash marks. Coach Lane getting an explanation, seeing what he wants to do with this penalty.
Offsides, defense number 4, that penalty is declined. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct number 4. That penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That's number 4's first unsportsmanlike towards disqualification.
Man.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes.
So that personal foul penalty going to be enforced here on the kickoff.
In slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub of art.
And now Coach Flynn going to get an explanation, of course. Well, I didn't see what it had. I saw that he had made the jump early and then just kind of gave up on the play after the snap, but I didn't see what happened after that to result in that unsportsmanlike.
I didn't really catch it either. I just saw him kind of tangled up, and it didn't look like it was necessarily pushing or shoving, or maybe it was jawing, talking maybe. I'm not sure. But either way, that's something you want to nip in the bud pretty quickly.
Kicking off for the Wildcats.
Well, Wildcats is going to go for the onside here. It looks like. Deer Park sitting out the hands team.
Oh my word. Got you.
So Trey Hope.
Kieselhorst, part of your hands team.
And why not?
Does everything else.
Trey Hope going to put the ball on the tee, far hash mark at the Deer Park 45 after that unsportsmanlike penalty. And they go onside. And Deer Park going to jump on it. Adam White there to clean it up.
Great job by Adam White. Didn't even look like he was going to go far enough.
Yeah, never really took that hop that you usually want. Well, for Deer Park, like we said, they're going to have to string together something. Can't afford any more quick 3-and-outs because Creek
right back in it.
Not out of there yet.
Right.
Deer Park, they go on the ground with 2 hands on the ball. Gamez with a good carry. Picks up about 6 on first down.
Luke Crowder makes the tackle.
But on that drive, Creek, they went 7 plays, 67 yards, just 3 minutes off the clock. So,
well,
not as
I mean, you
quick
just
of a strike as they have had tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Deer Park right there. I mean, you got 6 yards on just counter, handing it off to one of your workhorse running backs. Wouldn't be surprised to see something similar.
2 tight end shift, right side. Fake the give. Kieselhorst to throw, trying to dump it off for Paradise. He skies for it, tries to haul it in by getting a foot down, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. That helps Creek and stops the clock with 4:50.
Yeah, that definitely helps them. A little confused. You just got 6 yards on your first handoff. You keep running the ball and keep the clock running for sure. So now you're in 3rd down. I'm still all for running the ball here.
3rd
Keep
down
the
and
clock
4.
going.
3 tight ends bunched. Martinez now motions into the backfield. They're going to hand it to the speedster on 3rd down, trying to pick up and move the chains. Not going to do it. He's going to be wrestled down hard back at the 45.
A little bit of indecisiveness. It looked like he had maybe kind of a 2-way go, but then he got to chopping his feet up, and you know.
Timeout, Clear Creek.
More so a good job by Clear Creek's defense of making it muddy on that that side of the play.
Please reset
Number
the
5,
game
Bolivar,
clock
the one able to
to
track him down.
4:36.
Brings up
A little bit of a suplex.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Settle's out there trying to block out in space, which is a lot harder than you would think, but he's got to go fit up and make it a little bit more clear and maybe a little bit more decisiveness on your ball running there for Trey Martinez.
And based on that look that we just saw, Deer Park lucky that they blew it dead when they did, because that ball had come out before Martinez had hit the ground.
Well,
but Coach Lane takes a timeout. 4:36 to go. Deer Park going to be punting it away.
maybe not the best eyesight to spy something like that back there.
Number 17, Xavier Hurtado. On the punt for Deer.
So Hurtado on to punt. This will be the 7th punt tonight. Hurtado goes up to get, and just fortunate to get that one away. And it will take a Deer Park roll inside the 30 and going to let it roll all the way down inside the 10. A long way to go.
Hurtado is the, man, that was a good job by him. Offensive player of the game, Coleman. I mean, he tipped the ball back down to himself, and then, I mean, he really put his leg into it, too.
Getting some high fives there on the sideline.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're showing. Okay.
Well, a long way to go for Cantu and the Creek offense, coming off that touchdown drive a few moments ago, but pinned back deep here with 4:22 left, 14-point game. Cantu going to be put in the air a lot here over the final few minutes. Loads up, looking for the home run ball on first down. Just overthrown, one-on-one, far side of the field. Jackson in coverage.
You know, they've actually had some measure of success with them throwing the ball and letting Cantu kind of maybe extend it, something a little bit more intermediate. Nobody's had much luck going the deep ball tonight. Everybody's staying over the top, staying disciplined, but I'm telling you what, you go look like you're running deep and you shut it down real quick on one of those corners, you might be able to complete a couple sideline passes.
See what they do here on second down and 10. Cantu again, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, going home run ball yet again, post route deep downfield, overthrew everybody. Chavez tested this time on the pass intended deep downfield for Ladarius Wade.
Chavez on the coverage for Deer Park. Brings up third down at 10.
Well, on first down, they tried testing Jackson. Second down, they tried testing
Illegal
Chavez deep.
formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. That penalty will be declined. Third down.
Officials letting everybody know they've been watching the NFL. Penalty decline though. Third down and 10. This time, Creek comes with 2 backs in the backfield. They got Hunter and Parks lined up next to Cantu here on third down and 10. Cantu drops, quick throw, little curl route, pass is complete, up ahead to about the 20, should be enough.
That's what I'm telling you, they're having success with those routes, finding soft spots in the zone. You could have potentially gone all the way down the field doing this stuff, because that was a great route, great timing, steps into it, man.
Back to it. Cantu under pressure. He's going to be dropped, sacked on the play, back to the 15.
There you go. Don't let him step up and try to squirt out of there. D-line does a nice job of closing that up quick.
Looked like Bailey, the one that got there. Loss of 5 makes it second and 15. Clock continues to run inside of 3.5 to go. Cantu going to roll the pocket here on second down. Looks, sets his feet, fires, pass complete, short completion to Wade. Back to the original line of scrimmage, though.
To number 18, Ladarius Wade.
More importantly, the clock is still rolling.
Chavez on the coverage.
Yeah, Creek with just 1 timeout left.
1, 3, 5, 6, 7,
Not going to have enough time to just nickel and dime your way down the field. 3rd down, 10 to go. Loads up, fires up the seam. Pass going to be caught by Parks
Man.
on 3rd down and long. Medley just a step too late getting over the top.
I mean, he was taking a lot of contact. That's good hand strength right there by Parks, man. Like, he eyed him the entire time, let it rip, and just great job, great concentration again by him.
New set of downs. Cantu under pressure again. Colquitt is there to drop him for another sack.
So this is where when you're going hurry up and you're sending guys way deep, they got to get back, get set, get the play.
7-yard loss on the sack by Colquitt. Coming up on 2 minutes to go. Deer Park shows blitz. They come with it. Contreras on the blitz. They're going to go deep. Contacts downfield. Tied up. Chavez one-on-one with Ladarius Wade. No flag.
Letting them play. Quite a bit of contact running down the field right there. We also had a full Nelson by the offensive line. It looked like, I mean, he wrapped up, who was that, Contreras, I believe. Yeah, on that easy stunt. He was blitzing.
So Medley comes out at the safety spot for Deer Park, and De La Cruz checks in, number 25. 3rd down and 17. Cantu throws on the little drag route, pass nearly undercut and intercepted, but falls incomplete. Go the junior linebacker. Nearly had the pick there. Well, Creek down to one last gasp. 4th and 17. They got to get to midfield to keep this drive and the game going. Four wideouts. Parks, who had the big conversion catch a few moments ago, lined up in the slot, top of your screen. Cantu looks right, though, under pressure. Colquitt unable to get there. Cantu going to take off with it himself. Dives ahead to the 46. Not enough for the 1st down, and Deer Park going to take over on downs.
Finally brought down by number 21, Jake Contreras. Deer Park will take over on downs.
So a minute 55 to go. Creek with just one timeout. Colquitt nearly got there.
Yeah. He's trying to Inspector Gadget his arms.
Astros 5, Guardians 2.
Contreras with the tackle on Cantu there. Deer Park takes over at the Creek 46. One more 1st down. Should pretty much ice this one. Handed off to Lay. Spun down and wraps up in the backfield. Bolivar, he's had a good game as well for Creek defensively.
Yeah, he has. We've been saying his name a couple of times. He's the only one kind of really getting into the backfield like that. And that was a missed assignment for someone to be that free in the backfield.
Creek going to burn their final timeout with a minute 49 to go. Well, for Creek, things don't get any easier next week, taking on Clear Falls. As it looks like Creek in danger of dropping to 0-2 in district. For Deer Park, going to be on the road back to Challenger Stadium next week, taking on Clearbrook. Second down and 12. Creek loads up the box, but the handoff goes to Lay, trying to turn the corner and bounce it, but a good run.
As a face mask.
Handoff goes to number 34, Wyatt Lay.
And Lay looking to the official for the face mask, but no flag on the field. It looks
I think
like.
the back judge threw it.
Okay.
Pretty.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 16. 15 yards from the end of the run, automatic 1st down.
Well, Deer Park will take that. That 1st down should put this one to bed. As they mark off 15, ball going to be spotted at the 26. Kieselhorst takes the snap, gives a quick knee. Deer Park going to be able to burn off 40 more seconds from this clock.
Oh, now we're killing his yardage.
Well, his yards per carry wasn't high to begin with all the goal line runs.
Yeah, but -6.
Yeah, that one's.
How many times has he got to do that? One more? 2 more? No, 1 more. No. At least
14.
Put him under center and let him take a knee.
14 carries tonight, 46 yards. Probably going to lose a few more after the kneel down here. Not quite the 5. But the most important one, 4 touchdowns on the ground tonight for your quarterback.
A little thing that I always thought, so I actually do agree with this. If you always take the snap out of the gun for the most part, I always thought it made sense to take your kneel down out of the gun as well. Versus going under center and potentially fumbling the ball, you know.
Well, 3 knees, and that does it. Deer Park going to come away with a 28-14 win over Clear Creek. They improved to 4-1 on the season. Most importantly, though, 2-0 in district. But you can catch us next week with the audio broadcast as Deer Park going to be taking on Clearbrook back down to Challenger Stadium. Deer Park, once again, we thought this game could be the one where you kind of break out. You put together 4 solid quarters. That wasn't the case. But they fought around, took advantage of some Clear Creek mistakes, and made the Wildcats pay and ended up pulling away with a win.
Yeah, I really had some higher expectations as far as the look and the feel and the energy and everything that I wanted to see this game. But you're exactly right. They did have a lot of positives here and there, especially defensively. The turnovers, the interceptions, that was very well defended, smart football there. Offensively, you had some really good stuff that you showed in the second half. You like to see that for 4 quarters, though, right?
Absolutely. But the defense held Clear Creek to just over 2.5 yards per play. And really, Clear Creek never got anything going consistently on offense. Had to force some things late in the game. But there you see the pick by Andre Jackson, capped off by one of the 4 touchdown runs for Kieselhorst. But as Al Davis would say, just win, baby.
Just win, baby. That is the bottom line and the end-all, be-all. Well, win's a win. They're hard to come by, period. So that is definitely something to always hang your hat on. It's like, doesn't matter how you do it, you just get the win. Now, you're always looking to improve. You know what I mean? You go watch film. What can I, even in wins, especially in wins, to be super hypercritical on yourselves and how you can improve is the only way to make those, deep runs into the playoff.
And Deer Park picks up the win, like we said, now 2-0 in district, on the road next week against Clearbrook. You can catch the audio broadcast for you. We'll have that for you on deernetwork.com. If you can't join us at Challenger Stadium, you can also listen in, of course. Until then, Deer Park picks up the win tonight, 28-14, the final over Clear Creek. Have a safe weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week down there in League City at Challenger Stadium. Good night.